Good morning and welcome back to Margaret Plays. Sorry for starting a little late. Turns out there were Windows updates I hadn't done. Alright, let me get our live screen up and going and we'll get back into the witness. So, walked around a bit and this is what I'm talking about when I say that I think there are possibly some environmental puzzles on the undersides of the bridges here. Like this. So I think, yeah, that's a start. So it's a matter of getting the angle right. Like that. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to have to reconfigure the bridges to do that. Okie dokie. And it looks like there's not a black line there. So that's one before that turning. How can I get those two to match up? I don't know. Okay, so that's an idea. The other idea I have today is I want to play around with the top of the stupid mountain. It's time to do it. And I want to go mess about with the red door on the ship. It's time to do that too. And the door down on the sandy, beachy coast near the sun. So those are things I'd really like to do today. So, just to the top of the mountain. See what I can get done there. Just for fun. Do I see? No. I'm probably, honestly, I bet some of you are like pulling your teeth out going, you missed an environmental puzzle. You missed one. I know you did. I could see it. Or, how can you walk past that audio tape? It's right there. I see it right there. I'm sure I'm walking past tons of things. I apologize for it. And I've decided that I'm sure that the square lanterns are on the pond are the lasers. Those are the lasers. I'm sure. The question is, what are the clamshells? What are the white water lilies? And what are the yellow water lilies? Those are the questions. All right. Anytime I see changes in coloration like that, I go, could that be an EP? So I walked past an area in the desert that had a bush, and there were all of these little stick insects made out of the twigs around the bush. And I just stood there and stared at it the other day. All right. So we need to get the one that ends here. So it means we have to start there. Well, the fountains have got to be, okay. So the fountains have the same shape as the pillars that have the EPs on them. So I think that the lanterns, which are cubes, are the lasers, which come in cubic yellowish boxes. They match. The fountains have the same hexagonal shapes. I think it's hexagonal, not octagonal, as the black hexagonal, I think, not octagonal. Don't quote me on that though. I'd have to go count. Pillars that are the EP pillars. So I'm pretty sure that the fountains match the EP pillars. But I still haven't figured out the clamshells and the white and yellow water lilies. Okay. So I think I have to cut that out. So I need to find an angle at which that'll cut. Okay. Modify. No. Okay, now. There. Okay. That's it. That was it. I stared at this for like half an hour while you were busy puzzling. Spiky, I sat there on my with my laptop open. I sat on my bed. I hooked up my extra Ethernet cable, put my laptop on my bed, and sat there staring at it. All right, are there any more EPs I could find here? I got that one. I got one with black. Oh no. Okay. Oh. Oh, you're like a weird image. You're like a weird photo. Oh, this is weird. It's like file drawers. Well, this is strange. It's like a sculpture made up of office furniture and video screens. Oh my God, I swear I've sat in that office furniture in a cubicle somewhere working. I know that door. I've got to solve you yet. There's an audio tape in there. I've been there. Been there. You have like plexiglass walls. Do you mean something? Okay. One of the things that's been happening is when I focus on the thing that's obvious to look at, I miss things that are not obvious to look at. So there's something I should be looking at around the edges. And good morning, how are you, Spiky? That was a marathon session you had yesterday. I have no idea how you can game for that many hours in a row. You are a gaming god. So the mountain is hollow, because we're down in it now. What the heck is this? Oh, I think I saw... Okay, so I had this spoiled. I think I saw you in here, Spiky, on one of your playthroughs. I think I saw you in White Rooms. Alright, so I've had some pre-knowledge of this area. Well, it was still fun. It was fun watching watching the beastie grow up. Office furniture as sculpture.
Therefore, I thank you, my God, because you make clear to me that there is no other way of approaching you, except that which to all humans, even to the most learned philosophers, seems wholly inaccessible and impossible. For you have shown me that you cannot be seen elsewhere than where impossibility confronts and obstructs me. O Lord, you, who are the food of the mature, have given me courage to do violence to myself, for impossibility coincides with necessity, and I have discovered that the place where you are found unveiled is girded about with the coincidence of contradictories. This is the wall of paradise, and it is there in paradise that you reside. The wall's gate is guarded by the highest spirit of reason, and unless it is overpowered, the way in will not lie open. Thus, it is on the other side of the coincidence of contradictories that you will be able to be seen, and nowhere on this side. If, therefore, impossibility is necessity in your sight, O Lord, there is nothing which your sight does not see. Nicholas of Cusa, 1453.
And why did I change it? Because there's things along that wall, there's things along that wall, and there's a hole there. But when I took it to that thing, there's no hole there. We've had something by Nicholas of Cusa before. Oh, except that I've walked myself into the sculpture. Alright, gotta do it again. That won't work. Where is the sculpture? Won't work. It will not work. Do not do that, girl. That won't work. Okay, try this. No. Okay, now, try that. What about that? Nope, you've still got your... Well, at least I can do that side. Okay. I can do that side. Let me do that side. Oh, I can't. There's lines over the puzzle. I am forced to do the other side first. No, it won't take me past my spot. Alright, we want to go down this wall to at least there. Whether we go past that is immaterial. Who cares what the rest of it looks like, as long as I've got that. I have to end in the other corner. I have to end here. Will not work. That will not work. Why are you doing that? Okay, do that. Try. Now I can do it. Now I can do it. Okay. Now I can do this wall. Has to be catching the whites on that one. Oh! Oh, you are vicious. You are sliding off the screen. Somebody fix the vertical hold button on this television. Oh, and it's even off a bit. Look. If I click on it, it doesn't light, but if I click below it, it lights. Oh, that's awful. That's vicious. I need to come back at it. All right, paper and pencil time. Four by four grid. Circle lower left corner. Exit upper right. How are you, DJ Freeze? How's your day going? must go through that one. Okay. Now, yeah, it's somewhere about here. So up, over, up to there, over, down, and then straight up, over and out. Oh, now it's, oh, that's mean. Five by 5 grid. Okay, there is a tilted 3 in this corner. There is a tilted L here. There's a break there. Cannot go through that. There is a break. There. Cannot go through that. I see no additional breaks. There's a straight 3 in the lower right. Okay. The exit is in the upper right. Entrance in the lower left. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, DJ. I'm really sorry. I hope she gets better. I lost my dad about 1.5 years ago. It's hard. It's hard. Okay, I gotta get a 3 in, an L in, another 3 in. I can easily see how to get the tilted 3 and the tilted L in quickly. But that doesn't particularly make it easy to get in the other 3. What if I... No, that won't help. Yeah, my mom's had a couple of strokes, and I'm worried that I'm going to get a call from my stepdad at some point, and that's going to be it. So I try to take every bit of time I can with her. That 3 has got to be straight across. It has to be. It doesn't have any choice. I'm talking about this one. It has to be straight across. So it's in that orientation. It has to go through that box. So it has to be there. Gotta go through those 3. Problem is getting it to exit in that upper right. So I can see me putting this as a vertical here and this here. That would be simple. The difficulty is then I want to go oot and out. And I miss this. If I go, what if I go up, wrap them in, then go, yeah, okay, that's it. All right, so from here, oh, okay. I'm gonna have to be very careful with our mouse control. Go up, turn, go down. This is so hard. Go down. Okay. Go across one. Go up one. Across three. Go up. And out. Oh, this is going to make me nauseous. All right, how big is this grid? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's only a 4 by 4. But that's plenty with it moving. Okay. Black square. Black square. White square. Black square. White square, white square. Okay. Purple star. Purple star. 3 black squares, 3 white squares, 2 purple stars, exit upper right, entrance lower left. Where are the places you may not go through? You may not go through there, or there, or there, or there. Is there only 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I missing any? Okay. Okay, so do I kind of cut out the black squares? Collect in the purple star. The question is, do I cut out the black squares, collect in the purple star? Okay, so we got the purple stars together. That's a problem. That would put a white with a black. That's fine. That would put a white with the black. We have to cut that black out. Okay. Can I cut out the blacks? Then no. Can Can I cut out the blacks the other way? Alright, so we cut out the blacks this way. Difficulty is now I can't collect in the purples this way. That prevents me from collecting them in this way. And if I go across anywhere in here, I'm cutting the two purples apart. Now the purples are going to have to be collected with something that brings them in this way. Might as well cut out the two blacks. Can we cut out three blacks? Can I cut out three blacks and gather in the purple? No. Cut out two. I can gather in a purple. By moving to the left at any point here, I am now automatically gathering in a white. That's fine. Could I have somehow cut out the white before I went over to bring in the purples? No, includes black with white. Would love to do that. Would love to do that. Problem ends up with us ending up in the wrong spot. Wish the exit were right here. Can I cut it into a different set of pieces? Oh, with it moving, it's just awful. Alright, what did I draw? I drew... that. Okay, what else can I draw? What if I just cut out that one? That's a problem. I cannot now separate the white from the black. This has to have a line here. Must have a line here. Okay. Oh, I can't watch this anymore. I can't even look at it. Oh. Sorry, I can't look at that. We're gonna go do something else. I'm literally gonna throw up if I look at that any longer. Oh, wow. Okay, there needs to be another solution for people who get motion sick to that puzzle. Oh, okay. That was awful. Oh yeah. I'm sitting here just hot flushed like you wouldn't believe from that. Yeah, I'm thinking about the poor dog is coming up trying to bring me his stuffed animal, like to make me feel better. The poor guy. He's such a sweet dog. All right, let's go look at a puzzle that doesn't move. Yeah. Well, it's because it keeps moving. It's because it keeps moving in the same direction. So as you're looking at it, your eyeballs are tracking across and then snapping back and then tracking across and snapping back. And if you do that enough time, it creates something called horizontal nystagmus. It's the name for a condition which simulates to your inner ear the sensation of rotational vertigo. And you do that, and you will fake out your inner ear, and it will make your inner ear start spinning. It will fake it out. And the older I get, the more sensitive I am to that. It's like the first time I went on a real vacation again. My son was about to graduate from graduate school, and I had enough money, and I said, yeah, well, I was paying attention to the panel. That was my fault. My son had was about to graduate from graduate school, and I said to him, hey, listen, do you want to go on a trip? And I handed him a brochure for a cruise line and said, pick one out. And he picked one out, and we went, and it was, really close to a shoreline, so we weren't going to have much motion. But there was just enough that first night. Oh my goodness. Oh. And I was like, I've never, ever gotten seasick before. Well, I did. I got seasick. So for the rest of the trip, I was taking Dramamine. So now I get motion sick. So my hypothesis right now, my working hypothesis, is that currently, the clamshells are the cinema films. Because I think I've only found 2 of those, and I think I found 2 open clamshells in the pond. The lanterns, I'm pretty sure, are the lasers. The fountains, I'm pretty sure the pillars, because they've got the same shape. I was thinking that the white water lilies were the EPs, but I think there are more EPs than there are water lilies. Because we're going around and trying to count how many EPs there are on the pillars, and since the pillars are already represented by the fountains, I'm not sure I'm right with that. So I don't know what my hypothesis should be right now for the water lilies. But I think that the clamshells are the cinema films, because I only have 2 cinema films so far. I think that the door near the water in the sun area is going to be a cinema film. See, there's an open clamshell right there. And I think that the door in the ship is going to be a cinema film. And I stood there at the... See, there's the other one that's open. I stood there at... Oh, wait, there's a third one that's open. But I only have 2. How can there be 3 open? Oh, well then maybe I'm wrong. Because there's 3 open. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I must be wrong. They can't be cinema films. Darn it. Because I only have 2 cinema films. I think I only have 2. So there's 3 open clamshells. Alright, I take that back. And I think the reason why that isn't lit is that has something to do with the top of the mountain. And that's why she's holding it. There also are this orange triangle. They're like triangular orange things, and I'm wondering, since they're triangular, I'm wondering if those are related to the triangular puzzles. And if maybe there's a couple of those I haven't found. I found a lot of those, but maybe there's a couple I haven't found. As I salivate and swallow. Did I count how many spaces there are in the cinema to have films? I think I only have 2 so far out of the row there. I have the guy in the 70s shirt with the really thick glasses, and I have the old film piece with the guy who's carrying the candle. I think those are the 2 that I have. Doritos. I hate Doritos. I like corn chips, but I hate Doritos. They just taste awful to me. Oh, that concentrated garlickiness. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, all those barrels full of fluorescent green goo. That's right. All that fiber. Crunch, crunch, crunch that fiber. Alright, where was I going? I was going to go down and try the one at the shore. And get to the shore. How am I going to get to the shore? I can get there this way. And I have some other things I wrote down that I found that I can go back and get. I was thinking the red door, I'm pretty sure it has something to do with sound. There are 2 different sets of sounds I was listening to when I was there. The water has pitch, and the air that's kind of low and moaning has pitch. There's 2 different sets of sounds there. I just got to figure out. I think that's what it is. I don't think the grids that are underneath. I think those might be the grid EPs that are on the pillar. I tend to like plain tortilla chips or plain potato chips. I think they're just fine on their own. What about this door? So there are 4 blues. What if the 4 blues take away those 4, leaving us only this to deal with? But that will mean that I've got to find a trace that includes these 4, well, it includes this 1 and those 3. Gotta find a trace because those. No. Okay. I do think that I want to do those three, like, let's say like that. Okay, this is a problem because now they're on opposite sides of the line, so this won't work. That won't work. Okay. Can't get it yet. Don't get it yet. Okay, that might work. I got a problem with this now. But I'm closer. Okay, that's better. So how to get that one in the end? Okay, so best if this is a loop out and around. Sorry. But that leaves me a situation. If I do that, I end up with those two on the opposite side of each other. Right? If I go and do that first, then I bring. Now I've gone and cut myself off. Well, maybe not. Let me see. Okay, back her up. Okay, back her up. No, now there's a cat in the way. Now there's a cat in the way. Okay, so let's get rid of most of that. No, that won't work. That will not work. Will work if this one's taller. We have a problem with the first one. Okay. Mischief, please get out of the way. Oh, no, I can't do that. Oh, yeah, I can. I can do all I want. I can do all the pieces I want in this thing. Okay, take that back. Okay, so nope, can't go that far. Go that far. Maybe like that. Mischief, get out of the way, sweetie. Thank you. Like that. And we have an issue. We're going to touch this wall. back it up. Oh, got to get to that some other way. Okay, there we go. Okay, those are now all on the same piece. The 3 is separated and it should work. There we go, got it. Laborious, but I got it. And it's what I thought it was. Or what I thought it was. Where's the switch for you? Okay. All right, so hexes. Three hexes in a row. There's a circle, and you have to go round. It's kind of like a snake. And out. Okay. All right, let's go to the windmill. I'm glad I stood there and stared at that door for a while. It feels good when you go back to a puzzle and you say, okay, I am going to try this again. I think I can get this, and you do. Just out here by yourself, Tree. Oh, so here's where I found the stick insects. I think this is the bush. Yeah, this is the bush. So look, all these little stick insects hiding out, thinking they're twigs, but they're not moving. They're so cool. It's just the coolest little thing. All the stick insects. I loved it. I just wish they were moving a little bit to prove that they were alive, that something was alive out here. So now that we've got a puzzle, we can go down. If we actually had already opened up 3 of them, then yay, we already did 3. Just looking for EPs as I go. Still want to know how I get to that. It's like that door in the village. It's like there's got to be a way. Oh, I have done 3. All right, I'll take it back. I've done 3. So the clamshells may be this. I have done 3. I did 1, 2, 3. Okay. Which one are you? Oh, you're the lady. Never mind. She's the lady. That's the pipe at the end. Okay. All right. So if we start here and we go like this.
And so, by a backhanded, upside-down argument, was predicted that there is in carbon a level at 7.82 million volts, and then experiments in the laboratory with carbon showing that there is. And therefore, the existence in the world of all these other elements.
Oh yeah, you're about the same light level as this thing. Are you going to be the one that connects these things? Is there going to be a white circle on you?
So I used to illustrate by this example that an understanding of the physical laws doesn't give you an understanding a sense of understanding the conditions of the world. The details of real experience are very far off from the fundamental laws. There are, in a way of speaking, in the world, we have a way of discussing the world, which you could call, we discuss it at various hierarchies or levels. Now, I don't mean to be very precise. There's a level, there's another level, another level. But I will indicate by describing a set of ideas to you, just one after the other, what I mean by hierarchies of
He doesn't stand still for very long.
ideas. For example, at one end, we have the fundamental laws of physics. Then we invent other terms for concepts which are approximate, who have, we believe, the ultimate explanation in terms of the fundamental laws. For instance, heat. Heat is supposed to be the jiggling, and it's just a word for a hot thing, is just a word for a mass of atoms which are jiggling. So all that fundamentally, we should think of the atoms jiggling. But
Yep, movement.
while we're talking about heat, we sometimes forget about the atoms jiggling. Just like when we talk about the glacier, we don't always think of the hexagonal ice snowflakes which originally fell. Another example of the same thing is a salt crystal. Looked at fundamentally, a lot of protons, neutrons, and electrons. But we have this concept, salt crystal, which carries a whole pattern already of fundamental interactions, or idea like pressure. Now if we go higher up from this, in another level, we have properties of substances like refractive index, how light is bent when it goes through something, or surface tension, the fact that the water tends to pull itself together, is described by a number. I remind you that we have to go through several laws down to find out that it's the pull of the atom and so on. But we still say surface tension, and don't worry when we're discussing surface tension of the inner workings.
Not a lot of women in that audience.
Go on, up in the hierarchy. With the water we have the waves, and we have a thing like a storm. We have a word, storm, which represents an enormous mass of phenomena. Or sunspot, or star, which is an accumulation of things. And it's not worthwhile always to think of it way back. In fact, we can't. The higher up we go, we have too many steps in between, each one of which is a little weak. We haven't thought them all through yet. And we go up in this hierarchy of complexity, we get to things like
Oh yeah, I know. I know.
nerve impulse, which you see is an enormously complicated.
Trust me, being a woman in graduate school in mathematics in the 80s, yeah, that was still going on.
And then we go on, we come to things, words, and concepts like man and history, or political expediency, and so forth, which is a series of concepts that we use to understand things at an ever higher level. And going on, we come to things like evil and beauty and hope. Now, which end is nearer to the ultimate creator, or the ultimate, or to make religious metaphor? Which end is nearer to God? Beauty and hope, or the fundamental laws? I think that the right way, of course, is to say that the whole structural interconnections of the thing is the thing that we have to look at, and that the sequence of hierarchy.
It's like watching a TED Talk.
All the efforts, not just the science, but all the efforts of intellectual time, are to see the connections of the hierarchies is to connect beauty to history, to connect history to man's psychology, the man's psychology to the working of the brain to the neural impulse to the chemistry, and so forth, up and down, both ways. And today we cannot, and there's no use making believe we can, draw carefully a line all the way from one end of this thing to the other. In fact, we've just begun to see that there is this relative hierarchy. And so I don't think either end is nearer to God. And it's to stand at either end and to walk out on the end of the pier only, hoping out in that direction is the complete understanding is a mistake. And to stand with evil and beauty and hope, or to stand with the fundamental laws, hoping that way to get a deep understanding of the whole world, with that aspect alone, is a mistake. And it is not sensible either for the ones who specialize at one end and the ones who specialize at the other end to have such disregard for each other. They don't actually, but the people say they do. But that actually the great mass of workers in between, connecting one step to another, are improving all the time our understanding of the world, both from working at the ends and working in the middle. And in that way, we are gradually understanding this connection, this tremendous world of interconnecting hierarchies.
If you expected science to give all the answers to the wonderful questions about what we are, where we're going, what the meaning of the universe is, and so on, then I think you could easily become disillusioned and then look for some mystic answer to these problems. How a scientist can take a mystic answer, I don't know, because the whole spirit is to understand. Well, never mind that. I don't understand that. But anyhow, if you think of it, though, the way I think of what we're doing is we're exploring. We're trying to find out as much as we can about the world. People say to me, are you looking for the ultimate laws of physics? No, I'm not. I'm just looking to find out more about the world. And if it turns out there is a simple ultimate law that explains everything, so be it. That would be very nice to discover. If it turns out it's like an onion with millions of layers and we're just sick and tired of looking at the layers, then that's the way it is. But whatever way it comes out, its nature is there, and she's going to come out the way she is. And therefore, when we go to investigate it, we shouldn't pre-decide what it is we're trying to do, except to find out more about it. If you say, but your problem is, why do you find out more about it? If you thought that you were trying to find out more about it because you're going to get an answer to some deep philosophical question, you may be wrong. It may be that you can't get an answer to that particular question by finding out more about the character of nature. But I don't look at it. My interest in science is to simply find out about the world. And the more I find out, the better I like to find out. There are very remarkable mysteries about the fact that we're able to do so many more things than apparently animals can do. And other questions like that. But those are mysteries I want to investigate without knowing the answer to them. And so altogether, I can't believe the special stories that have been made up about our relationship to the universe at large, because they seem to be too simple, too connected, too local, too provincial. The earth, he came to the earth. One of the aspects of God came to the earth. And look at what's out there. How can it isn't in proportion. Anyway, it's no use arguing. I can't argue it. I'm just trying to tell you why the scientific views that I have do have some effect on my beliefs. And also another thing has to do with the question of how do you find out if something's true? And if you have all these theories of the different religions, have all different theories about the thing, then you begin to wonder. Once you start doubting, just like you're supposed to doubt, you ask me, is the science true? You say, no, we don't know what's true. We're trying to find out. Everything is possibly wrong. Start out understanding religion by saying everything is possibly wrong. Let us see. As soon as you do that, you start sliding down an edge, which is hard to recover from. And so with the scientific view, or my father's view, that we should look to see what's true and what may not be true. Once you start doubting, which I think to me is a very fundamental part of my soul, is to doubt and to ask. And when you doubt and ask, it gets a little harder to believe. You see, one thing is I can live with doubt and uncertainty and not knowing. I think it's much more interesting to live not knowing than to have answers which might be wrong. I have approximate answers and possible beliefs and different degrees of certainty about different things, but I'm not absolutely sure of anything. And then many things I don't know anything about, such as whether it means anything to ask why we're here and what the question might mean. I might think about it a little bit. If I can't figure it out, then I go into something else.
That's the
But
way I
don't
solve
have
this
to know the
game.
answer. I don't feel frightened by not knowing, by being lost in a mysterious universe without having any purpose, which is the way it really is as far as I can tell, Dawson. It doesn't frighten me.
It's completely the way I solve this game. Well, I don't know how to solve this, so I'll go off and do something else for a while and come back at it later. Oh dear. All right. So that definitely was a cinema puzzle, and we have 4. So the trick will be now, can we go, where the heck, there it is. Many of them describe what I do in the game. Well, okay, so you guys know I'm older than your average gamer. I'm 58. All right? And, before I went to graduate school, before I ended up on my final career, I had a lot of different careers. I tried out a lot of things before I settled on what I do that I like to do. See, there's another triangle, and it's not bright orange, it's like brown. So, question is, which one of that one was open. So if this is the seashore, is this the one that opened? Over here is the seashore. So this is the one that opened? Because this is the seashore. So 2, should be 4 now. 3, 1 closed. Where's the 4th one? That's the 3rd one, right? There it is. 4. There's 4 open now. Okay, so there's 4 open now. But, as you get older, okay, 1. As you get older, you learn that you're not infallible. You learn that, you want to be. See, there's another one that's a brown leaf as opposed to the orange leaf over there. Or triangle or whatever it is. So I've got to figure out what brown versus orange means. You learn that you make a lot of mistakes. You learn that sometimes you can learn from your mistakes, and sometimes, oh well, you've screwed it up and you can't go back and you can't fix it. You have to live with that. That sometimes it isn't fixable. And that's the reality. But your life goes on, even though you can't go back and fix it. You're still alive. There are other things you can do, even if you can't fix that thing. That's part of life. So there's a lot of learning about humanity and human frailty that I think some of those videos speak to. And I think that's part of why I solve the game the way I solve it is I'm willing to acknowledge that I make a lot of mistakes and that I'm not perfect and that I'm going to have a really tough time with things. All right, so where's my list? So I found a couple more things. All right, let's see. Still haven't solved that. Oh, okay, this one. Get to the orange woods. And for people who haven't learned those lessons yet, they'll learn them in their own time. I can't rush them. They'll get there. It's their own thing to learn when they learn it. but I've learned it. And so I'm okay with the fact that, maybe I'm not going to solve this puzzle today. It's okay to step away from it and come back at it later. And it's, I'm not stupid, but today I can't solve it, fine. Or today I'm not going to solve it. Not say I can't, but today I'm not going to solve this. I'll solve it another day. All right, so this is what I saw. Those two little things and that. So can I line them up? Okay, let's see if it's close. About like that? Yeah, let's try that. Alright, so what did we get? What did we get? I think you were that. So I think that and that are inside the quarry. I don't think you should give up. I do think, not that you should give up, but I do think there is a certain point at which it's okay to step back from something and come at it another time. We get hungry. We get thirsty. We get tired. We're biologic organisms. It is perfectly okay to step away from something and come back at it another time. All right, I'm pretty sure I got these. I'm pretty sure I popped that up and drew one there and popped that up and drew one there. In fact, I'm willing to bet money on it. On the other hand, I don't think I did the ones over here. But I don't think you should give up forever. And I do think you learn things by trying things out at least once or twice. So now, how do I get that one? Okay, so I think it's that position. Okay, now we have what I think I need to flatten it. Okay, at what angle can I reach that? There. Okay, got that one. Now, getting this hook in the right position. start trying bringing it back one. Yeah, see that looks like a nice starter circle. It is. It's a nice starter circle. Now I need to get it tilted back up. Don't know if I can reach it from here. Oh, okay. Got one. Alright, how am I doing? I've got two more. Is that enough to finish off a side of that pillar? Yes. That's that set. Don't think there's another one. Okay, so that's that set. That set's done. Nice. Okay. Those are ones I wanted to do. Alright, so... There is a star puzzle in the town. That I haven't solved. How am I doing, by the way? 395 and 78. There's a star puzzle in this colory area upstairs. And I made myself a drawing. See if I can find it. Okay. My drawing, I said, I think these three are magenta. That one's white. Those three are blue. That one's red. These three are white. That one's magenta. These three are red, and that one's blue. All right. If I were to take a red and a blue, cut off two blues. I'll cut off two blues and two whites. Take a magenta and a white. I need a magenta, a white, a red, and a blue. What I need to do is cut out that. If I go this way, it's going to want me to end in the adjacent corner like that. And that would be a perfect set. That would be two magentas, two whites, two reds, and two blues. but ending in the incorrect corner. So the trick is not to do it that way. We have to get one red and one blue in at the end. If I cut out like that, now I have cut out two magentas and two blues. I have a white and a magenta kind of on the upper left, and I have a red and a blue. I need one white, one magenta, one red, one blue. How am I going to do that? Problem is, if I go to lob those in, I'm in a problem. If I go like this, I've got a problem. I want to bring in this one because I need it. Bring in these two means I've got two whites. Can I pull out? Can I leave? Hold on. Okay, I got a red and a blue in the lower corner. To pull one of the magentas. Leave two magentas and a white out. I've got to somehow cut out one of these down here. That's the problem, is being able to slice out one of these, which means touching this edge. Alright, so what if I do it by carve out, carve out. Can't carve out that way. Alright, carve out two whites, bring in white, magenta. Problem, we already have, ugh. Alright, is it not what I think it is? Is there some other way to do this? Do I need to change the light? In the green, So this is green. These ones have green light. That one, that one, that one, that one. Okay. So all have green light. And the blue are all those. Maybe I've got the wrong colors. Because if these are blue, this is green and blue and red. That's white. These are blue. Oh, these are blue and red. That's magenta. Okay. These are blue. Okay, those are all white. Blue and red, right? Do I have one of the maps wrong? 4 whites, 4 whites, 4 blacks, 4 blacks. Can it be solved now? No, can't be solved now. One white, 3, 4 whites. All the rest black. Okay, that is the green light. Okay, now what if I do the red light? All white, 1 white, 4 whites, 3 whites. That is correct. These 3 are always black. That one is always black. They are black. Oh, black, not blue. Okay, black. Can we treat white and black as white and blacks? Is it only the colors we have to pair? I don't think so. I think we have to pair the whites and the blacks. How am I gonna end up in this corner? How are you gonna do that, girl? If you do this, you end up in a situation where you have unpaired pieces. don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it. I want to get that one, but I don't get it. Okay. So I've got the nauseating one. I've got the red door. I've got that star puzzle. I did the shore door. Okay. Did that. Did I do this? Did I do an audio tape in the yellow floor puzzle? They're like people's shadows in these things if you look at them long enough. They're really creepy. Really creepy. Okay, so there's an audio tape. I think I missed. Did I find it? That was on the back of one of these. I don't think I got yet. This one.
Our hangnails are incredibly real to us. Whereas to most of us, the English village of Netherwallop and the high Himalayan country of Bhutan, not to mention the slowly swirling spiral galaxy in Andromeda, are considerably less real. Even though our intellectual selves might wish to insist that since the latter are much bigger and longer lasting than our hangnails, they ought therefore to be far realer to us than our hangnails are. We can say this to ourselves till we're blue in the face, but few of us act as if we really believed it. A slight slippage of subterranean stone that obliterates 20,000 people in some far-off land. The ceaseless plundering of virgin jungles in the Amazon basin. A swarm of helpless stars being swallowed up one after another by a ravenous black hole. Even an ongoing collision between two huge galaxies, each of which contains 100 billion stars. Such colossal events are so abstract to someone like me that they can't even touch the sense of urgency and importance, and thus the reality, of some measly little hangnail on my left hand's pinky. We are all egocentric, and what is realist to each of us in the end is ourself.
Absolutely
The realest
true.
things of all are my knee, my nose, my anger, my hunger, my toothache, my side ache, my sadness, my joy, my love for math, my abstraction ceiling, and so forth. What all these things have in common, what binds them together, is the concept of my, which comes out of the concept of I, or me, and therefore, although it is less concrete than a nose or even a toothache, this I thing is what ultimately seems to each of us to constitute the most solid rock of undeniability of all. Could it possibly be an illusion? Or if not a total illusion, could it possibly be less real and less solid than we think it is? Could an eye be more like an elusive, receding, shimmering rainbow than like a tangible, heftable, transportable pot of gold? Douglas Hofstadter, 2007.
Looks like there's a cave up there. I wonder how you get to that. All right. I think I've done what I can do in here for today. Not a lot today, but we got another cinema film. And I got to the nauseating puzzle. I will try to solve that on paper so I can come in and do it quick. Hopefully the next one will not be a nauseating puzzle. Maybe we'll be doing those one at a time or something. And maybe I'll be a little less vertigo prone on the next one. Who knows? And yeah, I got that one recently. I think it was yesterday. But I want to play something else just because I feel like I'm not getting anywhere right now. And I'm just not ready to play with sound today, which means I'm trying to hear the subtleties between the tones in that red door area because I think it's about sound. I stood there and listened to it until my ears were aching the other day. I think it's about sound. All right, so let me quick switch. Let me quit this. And I promised you, since we were done with Heaven's Vault, that we'd start Real Myst. Oh, wow, that's loud. Hang on. I have to take the sound down. And it may have difficulty capturing. It's an old game. Alright. Nope, it's capturing just fine. Let's see, has it got the whole screen? It appears to have the whole screen. Alright, so this is the Real Myst Masterpiece Edition. So the idea is it takes Myst and it makes it 3D and free look. So instead of the original, in which you would have had to have hit, the thing that rotated you 90 degrees each time, you are able to free look at things and you're able to kind of see them modeled in 3D, which should help a bit for our feeling of the game as a more modern game. Now, give me just a second. And just can I hit save? Jeez, no, I cannot. How does that work? I have no idea. Alright, so it doesn't work the way I think it would. Oh good, here's some volume control. Alright. That might help a bit. I want to look up quickly the date of the original Myst. So Myst. The original game came out on Mac in 1993. So that's when I played it. Because I played it when it was brand new and I played it on Mac. And I will tell you, it blew me away. Alright. I have not really played it since. So this is going to be a trip down nostalgia lane. And I remember that there are points at which you have to turn around and look at things from the other side, but I don't remember when and where they are. Empty niches. this. There were two buttons to this, one here and one opposite it. Okay, dimensional imager settings. Topographical extrusion test 40, marker switch diagram 47, water turbulent pool 67. Okay. 40, 47, 67. Achievement unlocked. Okay. Oh, hello. I don't remember you. All right, time for a notebook. So, starting Myst, the dimensional imager 40, and there is a funny little diagram that goes kind of like diagonals, and at the top is sort of like a spaceship. And this looks like the cyan logo, believe it or not. Let's do 47. All right. And that is what a marker switch looks like. Does make me wonder, is there anything more to this room, because it's got niches all around. Oh, I probably have scraps of paper in somewhere from that first playthrough. And now it's too dark out here. It's probably why there's a torch. There's this sunken ship. And then this is the first one of these. Okay, so then there's the dock. And there's a switch. And I'm going to put it up. Now, I don't think you can just walk up this, can you? No. But you can walk up here. I have no, but I'm just going to go around and play with them. Oh, and I should change my stream title. I haven't done that. Give me a second. I forgot to do that. Rio, Myst. There you go. Okay. Should always match. Okay. Okay, then there's it's like this little temple with columns. Let's call it the round temple with columns. And there's a switch. Let's put that one up. All right, and what point is it close enough? There we go. Then I'm allowed to push it. Okay, and yes, I can walk around the back of this somewhat. Okay. Then there's one with the door. This, I think I used to call it the library because it had books. The library. It has this fireplace, which you can go in. And there's this panel behind it. Okay. There's a blue book and okay. There's the blue book. Then there's the painting of outside. Then there's a set of shelves. A lot of damaged books on them. Okay, Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. It's called the Stone Ship Age. Okay, so this is actually, it might be useful. This book called the Stone Ship Age. Channel wood. Okay. Here's another one. Okay, so there's a bunch of books in the bookshelf that are actually quite useful, I think. Can have a lot of clues for us. Okay, this is a bookshelf, and it has 1, 2, 3, looks like it has books that we can't look at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good books. Channelwood stone ship. The something age of Myst. Something age of Myst. I couldn't quite read that. This one. As I'm scanning it quickly, do I see if it says what it is? No. Okay, and then there's this one. Okay, so there's one that's brown and one that's kind of, let's call it blue violet. Okay. Then there's a painting of a hallway. Interesting. Okay. I remember that painting the hallway. Then there's this book, which is red and blue. And we just picked up something. Then there's a map that says tower rotation. And there's a blank wall. And we're back to the fireplace. So, hitting these two paintings swaps where we can go outside. Changes the bookshelf into a corridor. Elevator. Okay. The hallway goes to an elevator. Okay. Continue our movement to the right. We have a spaceship. it has a switch. So we'll put that one up just for yucks. With me not remembering what the heck the switches do or which way they should be. That's the library from outside. There's a ladder there. Oh, I remember climbing this thing. Yeah, there's a switch on that. Okay, so there's boxes with pictures of things. There's the ship. Okay, so there's a row of columns. In front of each column, there are how many columns? 2, 4, 6, 8 columns, 8 boxes, and a switch. Okay. Row of 8 columns. All right, so we have on the right, let's see, if I actually, let's say I draw it, yeah, going down the hill. Farthest down the hill on the right is the anchor, and on the left is the arrow. Next back up is the bug. Makes me think of a tick or a bed bug. Ugh. Then we have a leaf. Then we have a snake. Now we have a cross. And we have an eye. And we have a flamingo. Or an emu. Let's call it an emu. And the ship in the middle, and then we have another switch. So just for fun, let's put the switch on. No, I don't want to give it the page. And it has a switch. Now, can we, do these like click? They do. There's probably a specific order you have to do this in. And we don't know what it is. And there's 8 things to it, so that's going to be, that would be quite an order to work out. Okay, then there's this thing, which I'll call I think of it as like the power plant. And it has a switch, which I haven't turned on yet. Now, in one of the books, I saw something that reminds me of these dials. Okay, so left it says is power, right is power to ship. So this must be the power to the ship. Okay. Then the switches are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 switches. Okay. Well, 1 is 10. Okay, so 1 is 10, 2 is 7, 3 is 8, 4 is 16, 5 is 5, 6 is 1, 7 is 2, 8 is 22, 9 is 19, 10 is 9. Okay. I think one of the books tells me, back in there, told me how much I need. Which one of you is the book? No, not you. You're not the book. Okay, it's not this one. I don't think it's this one. Okay, it's not Stone Ship. Might be this one. That's got a spaceship in it. All right. Let's keep looking. No. It's got a spaceship in it. Where's the other ones? No, it's not that one. This one. Oh. There we go. That reminds me of it. But no, that says 40. That's the dimensional imager. Okay. That's the dimensional imager. It's not what I thought it was. Okay. That 40 is for the dimensional imager. I know what I'm doing. By turning on the switches, I'm turning on these areas on this map. That's what I'm doing. Okay. See if there's a new area on the map. Where's the map? Yeah, that just popped up. Yep. That's what they do. They turn on the areas in the map. That's what the switches do. switch to that. Hello, butterflies. And a tree. And a shaft through which the tree grows. So that's going to mean something. And I remember you. Yeah, there's a time. And if you do the time right, you can get out there. But you have to know the time. Okay. So, I think the books are going to be the key, because they're what we can find so far. So it's time to read book. Or either that or use this page. Oh, we got a blue page and we got a red page. Whoops. Don't click off the screen, girl. Okay, so we got a blue page and a red page.
Bring me a red page. I can't.
Okay. There's a guy in that book.
Monsieur? Is that you? Are you?
And there's a guy in that book. Alright, so right now, start with this book. Alright, I'm not gonna read this all out loud, so I'm gonna start scanning through it. And see if I can see anything that sounds like a clue. Water's changing colors. This is a channel wood aid. Paths amongst trees. An old human. Okay. Things changed. We expected you to come sooner. Okay, he's lived there for a while. Sons are with him. Driving in the Everdunes. Okay, so he's got names of places. Everdunes journals. Okay. Tree dwellers are giving them inks and insisting he writes with them. The inks have changed from the black. Okay, so we've got bridges. Looks like a windmill and a hut. Okay, so that doesn't seem to really teach me anything. Emmett lived on the rocks. Emmett Branch. Another person named Will. A submersible lamp. Constructing a lighthouse. The stone ship age. So there's the ship. It's a broken ship. It looks like on a little piece of rock or island. 10 years. Boys have grown up, and then there are constellations. So the book on the stone ship has constellations in it. Oh, okay. The constellations are the anchor, the eye, the snake, the bug, the cross, the arrow, the emu, and the leaf. So that's what they are. That's what those things are on those pillars. They are constellations. Okay. Well, that's good. We've related some. Okay, where is he here? Okay. There are red flames shooting up. That doesn't sound good. Oh, this is the one that has the spaceship in it. I am leaving today in order to bring back Sirius and Agadar. I've left them alone in Channelwood. Okay. And this is the one that has like a piano keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have to write that down. Okay. And then I think it's this one. Sky is dark and gray. Old man with long beard. There's a city. City sank into the ocean. What does that have to do with that lighthouse that's out in the water? Gear room. Okay. Right. Power track slope. Okay. Aspermere. Okay. Full of gears. Insignia of the black ship. The black ships have come. Okay. People of the Tide. Ah, mechanical age. All right, I think that's the, yeah. All right, I think that's where the gears are, so that's mechanical age. Okay. And then rhyme. Ice, cold. Talking about geodes. It's like another sort of like a lighthouse shape. Talking about Denis. Talking about ribbon. And there's the thing that at the dimensional imager. Okay. All right, so we don't know. Oh, good, and it's now daylight. Okay, so time does pass. All right, so we don't know really how to get started yet. What are you? Catherine, I left for you a message of utmost importance in our 4-chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Well, that's not too bad. Okay, so marker switches. 1. 2 up there. 3 there. 4 over there. 5, 6, 7 in front of that, 8 in front of this. I get 8. Unless I've missed one, I get 8. Oh, you can go in this thing. Alright, I'm not gonna mess with this right now. I'm gonna go do this 8 switches thing, because I think that's gonna be a bit of an introduction. And since we missed the whole falling introduction because it was so loud and I had to turn the volume down, I want to get us some introduction. I think it's 8. Let's try 8.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine is one of our sons. I suspect agony, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Sirius as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left.
I can't hear movie music.
Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return, but if
Yeah,
you
I
forgot the
can't.
access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly.
I cannot hear
erase
him
this message after you've viewed it, just to be
over the
safe.
music. Alright, do we have return volume flashlight save settings quit? Settings. Interactive guides? No, I don't want interactive guides. I want free roam. Oh, hello. There we go. Alright, now. Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to just play this a whole bunch of times and walk around until I found a good angle, because he gave me...
Left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection.
Move the books and place them in their somethings. And remember the tower rotation. I remember clicking on something unusual. Yeah, something like that. Remember the tower. Remember clicking on something unusual. You put the books in their places of protection. I had to put both headphones on in order to listen to that. Usually I only listen with my left headphone. This may not be this game, but I swear you click on the end of one of these things and something happens. But it might not be in Myst. It might be in another game somewhere else. You click on the end of a railing. And something happens. I haven't been clicking on the bottoms of the marker switches at all, and they look like they might be cabinets. So if they are, and there's some way to get in them, I need to see if I can do that. I do know that that's Atrus or Atrus or whatever. Oof. Click off the screen, why don't you? And that his wife is Catherine, and their sons are Sirius and Achenar. Alright, so this is the place we just opened up, and I think that the reason you can go like that is you sit in this. Yeah. And you can see, you can change the stars. This is like a stellar observatory. Well, or a, oh, what do you call them? Oh. What's the place you go to where you look at the shows about stars? Planetarium. It's a planetarium. Okay. All right. So I'm sure that those constellations are going to be important, but we have to figure out how to get them set up right. Okay. I keep clicking off the screen because this is borderless windowed, and I keep going too far with my mouse. I don't remember how to get it started. I think you have to get it started in here. I think. I think you gotta go in there. I'm pretty sure I am not looking at things I have to look at to get started. If you go on this and you shut this. Alright, that's good. And we're now in the tower. Okay. Library. Okay. Key. The graphics do not age incredibly well, but they're not terrible either. Okay, the tower rotation. How are we going to rotate? Rotate. How do we rotate? How are we going to make you go round in circles? Tower rotation. Is there another level? Doesn't say library anymore. That's where we are, at the library level. Alright, wait a minute. Maybe it isn't up here that controls it. Maybe the map controls it. Maybe the map controls the rotation. The key was pretty much opposite. Oh, it's not gonna. Well, we'll try that just for fun. We'll try that. Yeah, see now the slit is here. But I can't see anything through it. Alright, I got an idea. It rotates too fast nowadays. It used to rotate slower, if I remember this right. So how am I going to get it to rotate to where I want it? Like to exactly where you want it. Like let's say I only want it to go, let's say right there. Does that look at anything? Because to me that should look at a little crow's nest of a ship that's sticking out. See, now it says something. Alright, so it says October 11th, 1984, 10:04 a.m. January 17th, 12:07, 5:46 a.m. November 23rd, 97, 91, 6:57 p.m. And I was aiming it at what I shall call the dock. Alright, so I aim it at the dock. I get 3 days. Let me out. Okay, dates correspond to stars in here. Okay, so we're going for October 11th, 1984. Wow, okay. 1984, 10:04. think that's the leaf. So it looks like big star, big star, big star, little star, couple of little stars. Okay. January. th 12:07. 5:46 a.m. Bigger star, couple little stars. Bigger star, couple of stars. Bigger star. Might be the snake. Might be the flamingo. Oh no. Okay, November. Twenty-third. 9791. Oh. $6:57 p.m. Star down a bit, the little one over on the left is relatively symmetrical. Okay. Alright, now we need to go to the thing that gives us actually, let's leave the lights off. Go to the thing that gives us the constellations. It's in the bookshelf. And which one is it in the bookshelf? The Stone Ship Age. I was right. That's the leaf. Number 1 is the leaf. That's not, either of those is number 2 or number 3. This is number 3. 3 is the beetle or the bug. That's number 2 is the snake. So it's leaf, snake, beetle. Okay. Okay. Had a little trouble with the controls, knowing when to hit the escape button and when not to. When to hit the left click and the right click. Because this being having been a Mac game, I should probably only have to use left click. Leaf, snake, beetle. Okay. Probably has to be done in exactly that order. Turn them all off. Okay. Leaf. she comes. Alright. Got the ship. By the way, just for fun. No. Interesting, that's the same symbol as was on the observatory. Can't go up there. Hello. And we have a book. Our first book. Okay, this is the stone ship age. Alright. I wish it wouldn't constantly show me holding a page. Alright, we're still on the ship. Remember the map that we saw? It was kind of like a ship that was broken in two pieces. We have like planks that go out to things. So one goes out to this. Interesting, there's a spiral staircase that goes down into the water. There is a ladder that goes up to a locked hatch. Okay, this is full of water, it appears. And is this. So it looks like maybe one of the names of this game will be to pump out water. Listen to the sound cue. Okay, pushing the next one down seems to restart it. What's the trick? Okay, is there a particular order they have to go in? Particular place. It did. I can't see a darned thing. Can I turn the torch on? I can't. Hello. The torch is on. Okay, so those pumps pump the water out of different spots. That's what they are. That's why you can't push them all at once. So one of them pumps the water out of this. These appear to be the stern lights of the ship. Man, I don't remember this at all. Not one tiny little bit. Okay, not sure what I'm supposed to do with this place at all yet. There might be something to do with the pattern on the walls. There might be something to do with the floor. Pattern on the posts, but not really sure. Okay, so that was... Oh, we haven't gone up here yet. That was one of the pumps. That was the pump on the left. Can't seem to, I just seem to be able to turn it, but not raise it or lower it. Seems to be a spike of some sort on the roof. I hate this reverse navigation. Click on it, turn the opposite direction. It's like inverted controls. Alright, so let's try a different pump. We had pumped out the stern of the ship. Let us try. That was the left pump. You are kind of the tunnel in the rock. Has there been any other passageway down here? Not so far. What the heck are you? And you're not quiet either. There's a nose here. The alarm makes me very worried that it's going to flood. Okay. What is out there? Things that are bubbling. Fishes. Things that are making lots of noise. Which way did we come in? Very noisy. Is that the way we came in? That appears to be the way we came in. Alright, let's try it again and see if we can get out the other side. I don't think I got close enough to the panel. Don't think that's where I was, but that may be where I was. Alright, well let's just keep exploring, but we now know we can go through those. We have a blue page. Okay, let's try going through the hatch. And through the other side and see where we end up. We came in at south. And we're in a different room. Oh, it looks like somebody's been using some drugs and pills. China. Find fabrics. What do we get? A red page? So we have a blue page and a red page. I think we're starting to reconstruct the blue book and the red book, let's call them. Alright, so this time I came up through here, but I ended up coming up through there the other time. Alright, that's interesting. Alright, so I've gained a blue and a red page, which I suspect are going to go to those two books in the library. I seem to remember that the blue and the red books have to do with Sirius and Achenar. Third pump, and yes, it has to do with this room. And there's a key here. But the lock's up there. That's crazy. So we have to somehow make the key get the same height as the lock, okay? Or we can also do this, and that is going to float this up. Now that it's not full of water, we'll be able to open this up above. And a little trouble climbing the staircase. It's not going easy. Well, I remember these as being really hard to figure out, and they're not as hard to figure out as I thought they were. And I don't think it's 1993 to now. In other words, the reason why I think that they were hard to figure out then is that I hadn't played as many games as I've played now, and now some of these things are tropes. That's what I think it is. Whereas they were not tropes then. Got it. We're in the lighthouse, and we have recharging a battery. We still don't know what the telescope was for. Does it have anything to do with the fact that we just charged a battery? so I can see a light. Is it not that? Something else? Yeah, not sure that's what I needed. So just after I said, oh, this is easier than I thought. No, it's not. It's not easier than I thought. It was hard. It was wicked hard. Okay, so now what do I do? Now that I've turned the light on, if I turn off my torch, does something happen down here? Okay. Why do I only show as being alive for 11 minutes? What the heck? Did I, like, totally lose the stream for a while? Did it crash? Don't tell me Twitch crashed it. Hold on. Here, actually show is live. Interesting. Okay. I think we must have lost the stream for a while. Alright, so we haven't figured out what the telescope does. Or what it's supposed to be looking at. There's a couple of interesting things. There's the tips of that mast. and there's a tip of that mast, and there's the top of the lighthouse, which now glows. We've got the compass rose, which is in between this and the other entrance. So maybe it has something to do with the degrees of the compass up here. Maybe we have to read the degrees here. But it's at 135 degrees. I don't think it was on your end, Spiky. Not if Streamlabs is saying I've only been streaming for 14 minutes. And when I look at my bit rate in my stream dashboard, it plunged. So I'm wondering if something went really funky, like, you know, my stupid computer tried to download another Windows update or something. That's why I was late today. There was a Windows update I had to install. It took forever. I think it's this one. Let's try it. I am going to try and load it up with the better graphics next time I do this. Alright, where's the... There. There's the door. Alright, 135 degrees. How does one figure out 360's all the way around? 90, 180. Well, it liked that. Liked that. Thanks for letting me know, Spiky, because otherwise I would have just been walking around going, I wonder what's going on. Can we now see that watery chamber from up here? Interesting, you can't see it from up here. but now that we've done that, will something appear in the stern windows? Let's pump out the stern lights. So one of the things I always thought about is if you postulate that this was real in any way, how the heck did these materials get to this place to build these things? Okay. Now there appears to be light. Quite a bit of light in here. Okay, so now if I turn off the torch, this room has light. The light, is there anything you notice about it? Are we supposed to change the trajectory of the light so it's focused? I keep thinking I should be able to spin these. I feel like something's very much missing. That there's going to be some, like there's going to be, that this table is meant for there to be a book on it. Yes. And there is. You just had to click on the table. That was all. Okay. All right. So I have a red page and a blue page. If I add the red page,
You've returned. Thank you for bringing the red page. You must continue to help.
so this guy wants red pages. And this guy wants
Monsieur?
blue pages, right? Okay. So I don't know what's wrong with my stream, and I don't know what's wrong with Twitch right now. Hey 2610, thanks for the host. Really appreciate it. Hope you're well today. Little concerned about a stream that it managed to disconnect itself and reconnect itself. We just got through, I think we got done with Stone Ship Age. So I think what I need to do, one is I need to improve the graphics. So I need to do that one thing that should bring the graphics up a bit. But I'm a little worried about the stream. I have no idea why it went offline. So I'm thinking that that's where I'll stop today. Just because I'm a little worried about the stream. I'm also a little tired. I'm not nearly as tired as I was yesterday, which is why I just still didn't stream yesterday, but I'm getting there. But at least we got the ship up, and I think that concludes the Stone Ship Age. The thing is that I didn't get much clues on where to go next, so I think what I have to do is turn the tower. I think what I need to do is I think I need to go and turn off the switches other than the ones that I want at the time. So if I turn off we'll leave on that one. I don't know whether I turned this one on or not. I did. We can't turn that one on. We can't get down to it yet. I forgot that this even had a day-night cycle. Alright, so if we leave on only the one near the mechanical part, near the gears, and then we go back up in the tower, we should be able to set up the towers the next one. Or set up. Okay. So we should be able to find out if we get star coordinates for this one or what it tells us. What does the key tell us now? It's still giving me the same information, so it's pointed the wrong way. So I haven't pointed it correctly. Thinking I pointed it at the gears, and it isn't. It's pointed more at the ship. It's where I just was. still going to give me the ship? Interesting. Now I can actually see out. See the gears. Okay, this is better. It shows something different this time. Okay. And now it says 240, 2, comma, 2, comma, 1. Interesting. Okay. I need to turn that torch back on. I can't see a thing. So if I go out, two 4221 is not anything to do with the planetarium. I don't think it's this either, but it certainly could be the clock. It certainly could be the clock. Could be 2. Could be 240. It's the clock. Okay, 221. These don't turn. Okay. Turns bottom. Turns bottom 1. 1. Okay. Turns them a 1. Turns top 2. Oh, I'm so close. I'm at 231. Okay. Okay, it has to be one turn of this to get it to 1. But this is going to rotate these 2. So I need to get these split. So alright. So if I go 1, I end up with 2, 3, 1. That's wrong. Got me at 2, 3, 1 again. Alright, is there another thing that I can use to rotate? Is there a way to stop it? I managed to partly turn it at one point. Alright, I have to end up with a bottom one. The only one that controls the bottom one is the left. I have to end up with the top as 2. Okay. They always turn this one always turns 1 notch. Increase. And the same here. Okay. How many before it resets itself? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. You get 9 turns max. Okay. always end up with that. No, that won't do. So it has to be a multiple of 3. No, all right, it starts at 3, has to go to 2. So it's 2 modulo 3. This one has to be 2 modulo 3, and this one has to be 1 modulo 3. Okay, I'm going to pull the right one 5 times. I'm going to pull the left one 4 times. And I end up with the wrong time. That's right, because it's not 9, it's 8. Okay. 2, 5, and 8. 1, 4, and 7. Okay. How do you uncouple that? How do you get a half turn? You keep holding the thing down. Okay, that's it. Alright, that's the trick. That's the trick. And I clicked off the screen again. That's why it's so hard, is because you gotta notice you hold the lever down. Alright. By the way, I have some concern about how this game is going to save. And it's dark here, and it showed it as light. Oh, it's dark. Don't want it to be dark. I want it to be light. Some of these places are pretty when it's light. They're uglier than sin when it's dark. Alright, so we have where we came in. This pedestal with green and... come back here. Different symbols. Pluses, half circles, C's, triangles. Let's call it a square with a line through it. Circles and triangles. Part of, let's say, a percentage sign. Wavy lines. Two triangles and a line. Circle with a square in it. And we have the red button. It's quite a lot of combinations there, so probably not something to do on our own. The platform ends here, which makes me think it's going to be something. It's going to raise or lower and be a stairway. Something else is going to come out to meet it. You're supposed to view something from it, something like that. And there's this walkway. This appears to be on, it looks like it might rotate. It's on a track. I don't think I'd want to live in here. Yeah, this doesn't look nice. Yeah, that wasn't nice. Very warlike. Something here. That doesn't scream, I can become a staircase. What does? Or an elevator or something. Okay, and dog is acting very strangely, so at some point here I have got to go. Poor dog. Dog is looking at me like I'm nuts. And its dog is acting nuts. Are you a nutsy dog? Are you? Interesting. There's the spaceship, and there is the ship. And I think that's the clock. Alright. How about we park it here? And we'll come back and we'll work our way through this age next time, because poor dog needs something, and you can hear me yawning, which means I need to get up and stretch desperately, and I probably need to eat something. Well, we leave it here. I'm not quite sure, given this is the old save system, and it doesn't seem to accept me saving at all if I do this. I can't click on them or anything. Oh. Duh. You drag it over, that's what you do. Okay. That's what you do. You grab the picture with your little hand and you drag it across. That's what you do. Alright, well that worked. Alright, so why don't I park it here and we'll come back to it tomorrow. I put in another roughly hour after it looks like the stream crashed and restarted by itself. And we'll see how the stream goes tomorrow. So we played a bit of Witness, not a heck of a lot, and a bit of Real Myst, not a heck of a lot. I will try to walk around in Witness and see if I can find some more to do. I will try to solve some of those nauseating puzzles off stream. And see if I can get a little farther with that. Hopefully there aren't too many of those. Hopefully there's only that one that moves. If there's more than one, well, maybe we'll do them one at a time. Alright. And Spiky, are you going to play today? I will try to get myself to the point where... See if I can get myself to the point where I can see... You're just about to start. Alright, let me get myself back on Twitch where I can see your stream starting up. There you are. Okay. And I will rate you. Okay, folks, we're going to raid Spiky McVeigh. Come along. He has been finishing Last Guardian playthrough. He's trophy hunting, and he's a great streamer, so he deserves your support and views. All right, see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.